Your Excellency, sir, first of all, on behalf of the Labour in Rivers State, we want to appreciate you. I want to start with a word of appreciation on behalf of the workers of Rivers State. Since you came on board, it has been a very big sign of relief. Before this time, our fear regards to the political impasse in the state has been how our members are going to get their salaries, wages, and welfare being paid. Considering the various court judgments, the Speaker judgment, the court judgment on the local government withholding of funds, also the Supreme Court judgment on the issue of the House of Assembly. Your Excellency, you are coming on board. I will say that have also saved the situation, have ensured the continuous payment of our members' salaries since you came on board. On behalf of the workers of Rivers State, I want to extend our appreciation. I want to say thank you, sir, for this period. Yes, sir, we want to also appreciate you also. Also coming on board, you're not just ending that, you also ensure that the 80,000 minimum wage as approved for the state workers was also immediately extended to the local government councils. And payments were also effected immediately. So one of the payments you effected in your entry in as the administrator of Rivers State. As workers of Rivers State, we are not taking that for granted. We want to also appreciate you for also doing that for us. Thank you. Clap for it. Yes, let's want to also thank you for also considering in the our last May Day, we're also aware after your public address, you also moved the pensioner monthly pay aligned with the federal government 32,000 naira approval. I want to thank you for that also, for that gesture. Yes, we will assure you that as workers in Rivers State, we'll continue to play our part to make sure that your administration succeeds and Rivers State becomes great again. Our expectations today in this meeting regards to these patient issues. We have the defined scheme, which was running before now. Like the head of service rightly stated, that era ended. We now have the contributory scheme. And that scheme has been running since 2013, 2014, thereabout, up to date. And the challenges we have as workers is that this scheme, workers have been paying their own part, and government is yet to also do their own part. That raises a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear within the workers, which also urge us to make a request asking for this meeting to see how we can address the situation, which we think is within your power. And we believe that coming here today, the issue will be addressed. Now, we also want to appeal that the monthly pension of the 2,000 naira approval from the pensioners. The pensioners, as of the last count, they are still expecting. We hope that if it is not yet done, we want to appeal that we should consider doing that for the pensioners and also the arrears too, because he said that was on the 1st of May. We believe that by May, June, we're supposed to have like 2 months. So we're also appealing that the pensioners should expect 2 months arrears. Thank you, sir, in advance. So, sir, I think the other issue borders on the issue of payment of gratuities, death benefits, and arrears, which have been a long-standing, a very big burden for us as a state, regards to the workers, the pensioners, and the state government. So, sir, I think if this meeting will also give a direction on how these areas, how this issue of pensioners, gratuities can be cleared, death benefits from years, from more than even 10, 15 to 20 years, some people have not gotten their pay. It's a serious concern to workers of Rivers State. In fact, it has become put a kind of fear for those who want to even go on retirement. How are they going to get their pay? So, sir, we want to appeal that if within your power, if this thing can be resolved, the workers of Rivers State will be eternally grateful to you. Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, for now, I think this is all we have for you, but we want to assure you that as a Labour, NLC, TUC, I'm not just speaking for NLC, I'm speaking for both the TUC. I've got a mandate from the TUC to also speak on behalf of Labour in the state. So I want to assure you of our continuous cooperation and to ensure that within your time in this state, the Rivers State gets to a place you want it to be. Thank you very much, sir.
I welcome you all to this vital engagement, guided by our collective responsibility to serve and support our workforce. This administration believes that open and constructive dialogue is key to addressing the pressing concerns of workers, both active and retired, as well as ensuring the well-being of families whom loved ones have passed on while serving our dear states. We are gathered here today to review and discuss progress made so far and the way forward on the following matters. Firstly, the implementation of the contributory pension scheme. Secondly, the outstanding pension and gratuity payments. And thirdly, death benefits to families of deceased civil servants and other related welfare matters that require our collective attention. When this administration came on board, we discovered significant gaps in the pension management system, particularly the absence of proper and verifiable records of pension payments. To address these gaps, we introduced a more transparent payment process where pension funds are paid directly into the personal accounts of retirees. For instance, 2 billion naira was approved as funds available monthly for the payment of pension, gratuity arrears, and death benefits. There was no visibility to how those funds were applied or beneficiaries of those payments. That information was available to only a privileged select few at the Treasury and pension offices. Not only was the opacity sad and shameful, even more painful was that our most respected pensioners had to turn up, queue up, struggle to collect checks for their benefits that are coming in piecemeal years after they are due. As a pensioner myself, I retired from active service about 5 years ago. I didn't have to go queue or struggle to get my benefits. I was therefore determined to fix this broken system. Since April 2025, we set out a path to restructure the benefits assessment and payment system from the opacity of payment. Pension offices are now required to provide the full details of all persons whom are due to receive their benefit arrears. These details are to be submitted in form of a schedule monthly for review, approval, and payments. In an effort to capture more pensioners, I've also adjusted upward the sum available for payments of arrears to 2.6 billion naira. More retired civil servants are receiving more payments directly into their accounts without having to leave the comfort of their homes. However, we have not been successful with the death benefits payments. The reason for this is certainly not from my administration. As of end of June 2025, following the upward adjustment of funds available for payment, there is about 1.8 billion naira sitting in government accounts, waiting for a schedule of beneficiaries to be paid. This is one thing that must be resolved today. All the parties to this matter are in this room. I have directed my team, working with the Office of the Head of Service, to discipline any officers posing any challenge to these reforms to the benefits systems in Rivers State. Under my watch, pensioners will get their complete benefits on time without having to exert themselves, God willing. The above scenario presents us with a clear challenge. The state currently does not have an updated record of its workforce and pensioners. We must do something about that. I have therefore approved the staff and pensioners verification exercise across the state to commence from next week. I am pleased to inform you all that this administration has made a budgetary provision of 50 billion naira for payment of benefits and gratuity arrears. I wish to assure you that this administration is committed to substantially reducing the backlog of benefits due to retired civil servants in our state. We will dutifully follow through with the disbursement of these funds, ensuring that verified pensioners receive what is due to them in a phased and transparent manner. Regarding the payment of death benefits to families of our departed colleagues, we have taken steps to streamline the verification process. Our aim is to remove the multiple roadblocks that have previously delayed or denied beneficiaries their entitlements. While some claims have been settled, a comprehensive review is still ongoing to ensure that genuine claims are processed and paid without undue delay. The contributory pension scheme has begun on July 1st, 2025. We are therefore bound by law to implement this scheme. I'm, however, not unaware of some of the pending issues that need to be resolved for the scheme to be fully operational and for the benefits to begin to accrue to the state civil servants. I commit to the payment of all backlog of pension contributions and making the necessary investments for the defined benefit scheme to operate side by side the contributory pension scheme effectively and efficiently during the transition years. My team here will engage you further for us to fine-tune these details. I assure you that we are committed to ensuring a fair and smooth takeoff of this scheme. Workers in Rivers State will not be shortchanged. I am fully aware that pension and welfare issues affect the lives of our workers and their families. And this reality is what drives my determination to have a full resolution of all pending issues. We will continue to engage the leadership of the labor unions, National Pension Commission, and other stakeholders in honest conversation and collaborative action. Workers deserve to retire with peace of mind, and the families of those who served faithfully must not be left in distress. As always, this calls for a collective effort. The labor unions and all stakeholders must work with us as partners. Your input, cooperation, and constructive engagements are essential as we build a benefit and pension system that is efficient, transparent, and worker-focused. In closing, I extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone for your patience, understanding, and support. Together, we will build a river state where labor welfare is not an afterthought, but a priority, where necessary investments are made well ahead to secure the livelihoods of our heroes who dedicated the most useful part of their lives in service of River State. Thank you. God bless the workers of River State. God bless our labor unions. God bless River State, and God bless the Republic of Nigeria.
We have just heard from the administrator